Hello! And welcome back to our Neverwinter Nights playthrough to our Neverwinter. Let us proceed. Kendrexval. Whatever. Talk to Beth.
It is good to see you here in Port Llast, my friend. If we are to have any luck in tracking down this strange cult behind the plague, it will be with your aid, I am sure.
Yes, not with my aid. By my single-handed effort, you mean. I always do everything, and you take the credit.
I do not know how much you have been told about Lord Nash's orders. I shall help you understand whatever I can, certainly.
Yeah, what are his orders?
You know, of course, that Dester and Fenthic were associated with some manner of religious cult that was behind the Wailing Death in the city.
Yes?
We know so little about this cult, and it would be foolish in the extreme to suppose that simply because their activities in Neverwinter have been stopped, that they have been defeated.
Indeed?
Lord Nasher commands that we track down the headquarters of this cult and discover their plans and stop them before another atrocity is committed.
Why? Atrocities are so enjoyable.
Erin Gend, Lord Nasher's spy master, is here in Port Llast to help us do this, and has brought reports of many strange activities throughout the Northern Lands.
Aha!
It is possible that agents of the cult may be behind some of these activities. If so, we may be able to find them and discover where their base is located. Your aid in this will prove invaluable.
Okay. How are you feeling? It must be terribly strange to learn that you were fucking an idiot. A retard. Man with the AQ of a child. Well, but not a genius child.
Aye, it is, as I am sure you can well imagine. Fenthic, my only love, dead at the hands of my lawful liege. His true murderers, however, lie invisibly beyond my reach.
All right.
I wish, with such fervor that it frightens me, to see those allies of Dester pay, to see Tyr visit them with terrible justice.
Terrible justice.
I am a paladin of Tyr, sworn to uphold good and justice, yet somehow I cannot condemn Fenthic in my heart. He meant only to do what he saw was his duty, I am sure of it.
No. I'm not going to reassure this woman. But yeah, I'm leaning for this one, let's see. Yeah, let's go with this one. Fenthic was a fool to follow his duty so blindly.
Harsh words, but perhaps there is a ring of truth to them. It was Fenthic's own dedication that led to his downfall. But I should not be distracting you from your task. My own problems are unimportant and of no interest to you, I am sure. Please, forgive me.
No, go on. Tell me what you were going to say about your feminine needs.
It is just that Fenthic's fate could have been mine, or yours, or anyone's. How do you know that the path you walk is the correct one?
Because it's the one I walk.
I have never questioned my faith or my duty before, but neither did Fenthic. I feel doubt, and I am ashamed to admit it.
No, it is good. You're doubting your false beliefs.
Perhaps I am merely wallowing in my sorrow. Perhaps I know my path better than I think I do. But I am no longer sure. Is it wrong for me to think such thoughts?
No. Yeah, let's go with this one. It is never wrong to question. What's important are your answers.
Yet I have no answers, only more questions. Thank you for allowing me to unburden my heart, but perhaps it is best if I put these thoughts out of my head for now. The safety of Neverwinter relies on your mission, and my duty regarding that is more than clear. Let us speak of that instead.
Okay, do you have any advice?
I would suggest you speak to Erengend and find out where to focus your efforts in finding evidence of the cult.
Yeah, I should focus on Nasher. Okay, let's talk to Erengend.
Hail, friend. You were instrumental in ridding Neverwinter of the wailing death, I understand. Allow me to congratulate you on a job well done.
Thanks! You're so nice.
You have shown yourself to be possessed of remarkable courage and resourcefulness. That is fortuitous, for both these qualities will be needed if you are to complete your mission. But that is not how we should begin. I am known as Erengend, and I have served our Lord Nasher for some time. Hopefully, I may be of similar use to you now.
Well, I hope not, because you failed the Lord Nasher completely. So you better step up your game, or I will kill you. But that's what I'm thinking, so let's be polite. Pleased to meet you. My name is Verena.
Indeed. I know who you are. There are many who whisper your name right now, and it is my business to listen to them all.
Okay.
My place lies in the shadows. I have many eyes and ears throughout the Northern Lands. And it is my place to inform Lord Nasher where the Vipers lay in wait.
Yes, exactly. The Vipers that slip through your fingers into the city.
If only I had foreseen the actions of this cult, I could have prevented the disaster. But these men move skillfully out of my sight and hearing.
Yeah, right.
Instead of recriminating myself for my failure, I must do what I can to repair the damage. And that is to offer what information I have to you, so that you may find where this new nest of vipers hides.
It is the same nest. Are you stupid?
Erebeth has informed you of where you must search, yes? She has told you of how you may root out these fiends?
No, she hasn't shit. I'm not still clear on what I'm supposed to be doing.
Many of Lord Nasher's forces make haste to restore order to the city we have left. Neverwinter's chaos is obvious, and there are many predators in the hungry north. It falls to us then, to you,
Yeah.
to track down the location of the cult which was responsible for starting this disease in the first place.
There you go, exactly. You are always thinking about us, the city. But it is me that's doing the work, and they just pop in my front door and run away.
We know precious little of them. We do not know who they are, where they are based, why they began the plague, or what other devilry they have yet planned for us. Unearthing the cult will not be a simple task. What few whispers I have collected, however, have allowed me to narrow your search to this region.
Okay. Great.
It is vital that the cult's exact location be found, and that we are certain any leads we discover are not attempts at deception. Erebeth will not be satisfied until we find at least 2 separate leads that point to the same locale. That is your task.
Well, you usually go for 3. Because, yeah. You at least should have 3. Otherwise, you could be pointing in the wrong directions.
I do know of one possible lead for you. There has been strange news regarding a series of caves that lie north of Port Llast. Investigation may reveal the cult to be hidden there.
I don't think the cult of the most powerful man in the north is based on a cave, you idiot.
If not, there are other avenues for you to investigate. The city of Luskan to the north, Neverwinter Wood to the east, and the wildlands of the South Road.
Yeah, I would say either Luskan or the woods. Because I know in the woods there is a city at least. Or a town or something like that.
I suggest, however, that looking into the caves first would still be your wisest choice.
Yeah, I don't trust your wisdom one bit. Tell me about these caves.
The caves are in the hills to the north of Port Llast, near the Green Griffin Inn. They have long been used by humanoid tribes of orcs, bugbears, and the like. They aren't usually a concern. In recent months, however, I have received word that these various humanoid creatures have been raiding the roads south of Luskan.
Okay.
This would not be unusual, except that the creatures now seem very organized and, I hear, are being led by humans.
But that is strange.
This leads me to believe the cult may be involved. That will be for you to determine. Just keep this in mind. No matter what you find there, Erebeth will wish 2 firm leads on the cult's location before she will act. We cannot afford a mistake.
Okay, I'm guessing they are telling me I need at least to explore 2 of the places. Because I would love nothing more than to give them a false lead, so I can go and die in the wastelands of the north.
Have you a question for me then, my friend?
Yes, why are you voice acted and the rest of these characters are not? I wished everyone was voice acted. Okay. You want to know what the other places?
As you wish. I will certainly tell you all I know about the other places you may need to search.
Tell me about the marvelous city of Llast.
Aye, a city of pirates and base villainy. The city itself will be closed to you now, but it will be worth your while to go in that direction anyway. You should seek out the humanoid caves by the Green Griffin.
Hello, lobster. Well, people don't usually like old games, much less when I voice act the characters that do not speak for themselves. But thank you very much for the wonderful praise. I hope you enjoy it. Why is it closed?
Their gates have been sealed ever since the plague began in Neverwinter, I'm afraid. The city is quite anarchic. An outbreak there would be devastating indeed. I have been attempting to pull what strings I can to convince officials in Luskan that the plague is over, but I am having little luck so far.
Well, obviously, because you are an official of Neverwinter, and the Luskanese think of the Neverwinterians as enemies. So if you go saying, yeah, the plague is over, open your gates, of course they won't do shit.
Before the gates closed, there were rumors of battles in the streets in Luskan. Who knows what transpires there? With luck, I will soon arrange you a way inside to investigate.
Thanks. So how do I reach Llast?
The road north will lead you along the coast and directly to the city's gates. As I said, getting into the city will be more of a problem than reaching it. I will attempt to remedy that as soon as possible.
We shall see. Didn't you say there were bandits and monsters roaming the roads? I don't think that will be easy. Okay. Why do you think the cultists might be in Llast?
Evil men are common as coins in Luskan, my friend. This cult could walk the streets unnoticed and find many allies who would heed gold above all else.
Well, heeding gold above all else doesn't make you an evil person. All these people are here because Lord Nasher opened the treasure of the city and threw them gold like it was water. So they are evil? No. They're just mercenaries.
The fact that the city remains sealed even now that the plague has ended, and so little word escapes its walls, has me worried of what events transpire there.
Maybe a coup?
Additionally, I have been troubled by reports of humanoid banditry taking place on the road between Neverwinter and Luskan. This is unusual, and while it may simply be caused by Luskan's ignorance, it should be investigated.
Yes, I know. Should be investigated by me. You are suggesting. Okay. I said this, I don't think. Tell me what you know of the city, anyway.
It is known as the City of Sails, home to pirates and far worse ilk, and ruled by 5 high captains who maintain an uneasy balance of power. True power, however, lies in the hands of the mages of the Arcane Brotherhood.
As it should
within
be.
the Host Tower. Even I know little of these men.
Mages should always rule every single place in the galaxy.
The city is powerful, anarchic, and dangerous. Luskan has challenged the Lord's alliance more than once. Be careful when you walk its streets, for many within see strangers as easy prey.
Of course they do. Okay, more questions.
As you wish.
Tell me
I will
about
certainly tell you all I know about the other places you may need to search.
such as the woods.
One of the deepest and most ancient woods of the north, my friend. It is filled with life both beautiful and dangerous, and is tended to by the Order of Druids.
Really? I didn't know that. How do I get there?
Follow the road east of Port Llast. The lands are wild and sparsely populated there. And when you reach the boundaries of the Great Forest, you will know.
Of course, because there will be a forest. Why do you tell me the most obvious information? Okay. What do you know of the forest?
Like Neverwinter, the forest is warmed by the magically heated waters of the river that runs through it. It is a grand and beautiful place, I am told. Few journey through its boundaries, however, as it is said that the wood has a life of its own and is unwelcoming to outsiders.
Okay.
The druids of the wood, watched over by the archdruid Awil, are aware of all that passes within their charge. It is my hope that they can provide you aid.
Well, maybe they will, maybe they won't. They are true neutral after all. All druids are true neutral, as far as I know. Why do you think the cultists might be hiding under the trees?
The archdruid Awil has sent several letters to Lord Nasher as of late, begging for aid against some unknown force that assails the wood.
Maybe it's the Banshee.
Lord Nasher would have provided the help the archdruid required, but could not, due to the chaos within the city. Neverwinter must come first.
Yes. Nationalism. Always the sign of a true paladin, isn't it?
Awil has sent no more messages in recent days, and it is possible that the druids exist no more. The exact danger that was being faced was not explained. This cult may not even be involved.
Yeah, I'm sure they are not.
It may, however, so this may be an excellent avenue for you to search. Whatever has occurred, my friend, expect the worst.
Yeah, it's the most intelligent thing you have told me. Okay. Did I ask this?
Like Neverwinter, the forest is warmed
Yes,
by the
fuck.
Follow the road east of Port Llast.
Other
As you wish.
places. The
I
south
will certainly
road.
tell you. The road leads eventually home to Neverwinter. But before that lay many miles of wildlands, as well as the village of Charwood. The cult could hide in many places there.
Ah, this is where the monk wants me to go. How do I get to the south road? Do I have to go south?
The southern road is not so much a place you go to, my friend, as it is a route you take. It will lead you eventually to Neverwinter, but it is the region itself that concerns me.
Okay. What do you know about the routes?
Very little. There has been little news from the village of Charwood for many years, I understand. It may have been deserted for all I can tell.
Yes.
Ruins will be common, and it is said that other, stranger creatures may have made these wildlands their home. A powerful wizard is even said to have taken residence.
Well, we shall seek him out. Why do you think the cult is maybe Charwood?
I have no reports from this area. None. This disturbs me perhaps more than it should, as the cult could exist openly here, and I would not even know. I offer the South Road as a possibility mostly out of speculation, my friend. I simply would not wish to leave it out entirely, just in case my suspicions have good reason.
Well, for a spy master, this man knows very little. Okay, other
As you
places.
I will certainly
Tell
tell
me
you all
about
I
the
know
port.
about the other. There are locals who could tell you more of this town, my friend. My knowledge of it is limited.
This is all your knowledge, apparently. Would it be possible to hire some cannon fodder?
Perhaps. I am told there is a barracks for mercenaries within the settlement. If you desire to hire assistance, inquire there.
Okay, that's not what's written here. Well, I don't mind. Do you think there might be cult activity in here?
I did my best to investigate Port Llast before we made our base here, my friend. But what you suggest is not impossible. There may have been things ongoing in this place which escaped my notice. An investigation on your part is not without merit.
Of course it isn't. Okay, I'll go.
As you
Yes.
wish. I will certainly tell you all I know about the other places you
Need to know anything else?
Have you a question for me then, my friend?
Let's talk about something else.
Aye. What would you have of me?
Yeah, what will you do when you send me to the Four Winds?
I still serve as Lord Nashor's master of spies, my friend. And his need for proper information is more vital now than even before.
Why does he seem to believe saying my friend will endear him to me? Actually, I find it a little condescending.
My ear must remain to the ground, even if my efforts must be coordinated from here, rather than deeper in the shadows. I shall continue to seek word on the cult that might aid your quest, though I have my doubts in that. You will have far more success than I think.
Yes. You should be fired. Okay. What is the situation back in the city?
Grim. Lord Nashor reports that many of our armed forces have perished from the plague, and even more are needed to restore order to the city. The worst is perhaps over now that the plague is cured, but still we reel from a crippling blow. It will be some time before things return to what they were.
Yes. Other questions?
What do you wish to know?
Other
Aye.
questions?
What would you have of me?
What will I have of you? Gold, maybe? How did you become the spy master?
That is a curious question, my friend. Nor does it have a simple answer if the truth be known, and is not a tale that I care to often tell.
Well, you will care today. I would like to hear it. Yes!
As you wish, my friend. though I'll not be held responsible should you nod off during the telling of it.
I doubt it.
Let me see. Perhaps it is best if I ask you a question first. You are a person possessed of wondrous magics, are you not?
Yes, wonders indeed.
How is it that you came into your calling? Was it an accident? Was it born purely of talent? Do you believe you were fated to be what you are?
Yeah, we are a sorcerer, so we must answer this, I think. I have always had a talent for what I do.
Aye.
Holy
And
shit.
no doubt the same could be said for many. Few know that the path they start upon will lead where it
I
does.
think I pressed the wrong button. Well, it doesn't matter.
I myself started life as a slave in the southern deserts of Kalimshan. Never would I have foreseen that I might become who I am today.
Okay.
I knew of the lush and wild jungles of my homeland, Chult, only through the bedtime tales of my mother. I have never laid eyes upon its shore. My mother was owned by a most vicious and cruel caliph. As a slave child, one learns to stay out of sight and to move silently, lest one be beaten.
Well, there you go. Slavery teaches useful skills.
Moreover, I learned to listen. I listened to the chatter of the servants, the bored talk of the guards. For many, many years, I was the shadow in the caliph's halls.
Okay, and then I betrayed him.
For all my hiding, however, I proved of no use to anyone but myself. I could not save my mother when the caliph beat her to death for spilling a tankard of his mead, for instance.
Well, maybe the mead was more costly than a slave. Maybe. I trust you taught him a lesson.
Aye, though in truth it was I who learned the lesson. I blamed myself for not warning my mother, for not stopping the caliph's blow.
As you should, if you could.
In grief and anger, I stabbed and killed the caliph, and was subsequently chased into the streets of Kalimpur.
Good, he deserved it.
I am not proud of what I did. It is very easy to say that the man deserved it. Deserved it more than my mother did, at the very least.
And that's all that matters.
Who am I to say that this is so, however? I was no righteous judge that day. I acted out of retribution and became a wanted murderer in truth. There is no denying that.
Yes, that's a stupid thing to look at this. Someone murders a human being. Let's say you're evaluating all human beings as equal, which obviously is not true in a place that allows slavery. But let's say he believes that every human is an equal. So, the caliph kills his mother, which is as much murder as he killing himself, but he doesn't question his righteousness or the righteousness of his action, even though he is actually doing the right thing. That is, he says he sees as lawful that they are chasing him because he murdered someone, but he doesn't see as unlawful that no one was going against the caliph, which is the reason why lawful people are idiotic.
I fled into the shadows of the city, and was not alone there. I found many who I will call allies and not friends, for we acted in unison only to survive.
Yes.
The law pursued me, so always I remained hidden and listened as I once had. The fact that I was a thief to remain alive did not help, and eventually, even the shadows of the city were no longer safe for me.
Okay.
I sought passage out of the city,
And eventually, a captain took pity on me and gave me a position aboard his ship. Perhaps you have heard of Randall the Red?
Yeah, I've heard. He's called the Red because he likes to rape little boys in the ass. Yes, he's a pirate.
Randall the Red deserved his reputation as a violent and cunning pirate of the Sword Coast. While I joined his crew, I was not a pirate as you think of it.
No, you were his consort. His little bus boy.
I was not fond of drink as the other sailors were, and instead spent my time at each port making new contacts and listening.
Okay.
Over the years, Randall grew to depend on my skill. He gave me gold to establish informants throughout the coast, and I heard news the instant it happened.
Something that you no longer do, apparently.
It was I who kept Randall safe and one step ahead of his pursuers, for always would I know before the chase was on us.
Aha! Yeah, I'm going with the first one, because he's a good person. So let's see how he justifies it. You kept a vicious pirate alive?
I was his master of spies, though I would not have put a name to it at the time. I was grateful for Randall's kindness, for despite his reputation, he was an easy man to like.
Yes, I'm sure.
I was not fond of the looting and pillaging Randall indulged in, and did my best to subtly steer him away from the worst of it.
Uh-huh.
Randall knew what I was doing, and permitted it only because I was otherwise invaluable to him. He cared not if I cringed and turned a cheek when the crew plied the worst of their bloody trade.
Yes, you were his special compadre.
As the years passed, I came into a certain amount of my own fame along the Sword Coast. My life was my life, and I was satisfied with it, and discharged my duty as best I knew.
Well, being famous is not a good thing for a spy.
It was not until I encountered Lord Nasher that my life would change forever. That, however, is another tale. Ask me of it sometime, my friend.
Yes. I want to hear more!
Perhaps another time, my friend. You made for a fine audience.
Yes. You have made for a fine voice-acted character.
Back to more important matters. Is there something you needed?
I'll be going.
I shall hope that the gods keep you safe, my friend.
Yeah, the gods don't, well, they do exist, so I cannot deny that. It would be like denying there is a sun in the sky. Okay, Lino, let me pass you some of my shit. So I have a lot of shit you should be carrying. For example, that. For example. Yeah, let's give her the magical stuff. So I cannot wear it anyway, so I keep it on myself. That should be enough. Let's move out. Let's see.